Welcome back to the course. In this part, we want to set up our Unity, download if necessary the corresponding version or any other version you please and like. Probably you have downloaded one already, then there's no issue with that. And you can use literally any version of Unity up from Unity 5.6 because we are using the new Canvas system, which is currently not rather new anymore. So when you don't have any installs over here, and I recommend using Unity Hub, which currently is available in 2.40 over here, which we can, or in which we can literally install any new version or any Unity version we want to use or want to make use of. As you can see, my newest downloaded version is 2K 19.3.13F1. You don't have to use that, but you can. Also, there are also versions of 2K20 already available, so if you are coming later, or if you're seeing this course 2 or 3 years later after my course release, no worries, don't fear, you can still do everything over here. Probably there are some slight changes in the code, but that shouldn't be too hard at this particular point. Once you have that installed and once you have downloaded Unity Hub, you don't have to use that, by the way. You can just go to projects and create a new project over here. So we go to new, and you can literally choose from the list which version you want to make use of. I'm gonna change or choose 2K19 over here. Then you can create a new project over here. We are going for the 3D phase over there. If you need to later on, you can always go and get the high definition render pipeline into this as well. But for the moment, we only want to make use of 3D in general, so that plugins are not going to be downloaded as an extra, so they're not implemented, but we can always go and put any necessary plugins into the project. Give your project a name. You can literally name it whatever you like. I'm gonna name mine Brick Breaker Tutorial. You, of course, can name yours whatever you please and like. Then you choose a download location over here. I'm gonna do this pretty quick. And once you have selected yours, and mine it's just any random folder or where all my course projects are going to be inside, then I press on the blue button in the bottom called Create. Now, Unity will download or prepare any necessary assets for you, which are actually needed for the 3D workflow over there. If you're going to create a 2D game, of course, choose 2D, because you don't need like 3D lights and stuff like that inside, but the workflow in the basic manner is probably about the same. Maybe some or the other pieces are not the same, like maybe like resizing the border around later on as well. That can take a second or two, but once Unity has imported any necessary plugins and so on, it will open the interface. Once Unity has been loaded, you're gonna see different things and different screens. Yours might not match mine, but you can always do it the same way as mine looks. There are 3 or 4 things you want to make use of, or actually take care of. First, you always want to see the console window. I do not recommend having the console next to the game view, because if there is any bug, any problem, any coding error, you might, most of the time you miss the console error over there. So make sure that console is always like as a single parameter or as a single box anywhere on your screen. Same for hierarchy panel, so you can put this onto the right. I have my scene view in top. Some people are using scene and game view next to each other. I do not recommend it, because if I do a change on the scene, I want to see the change in the game view as well, and that is necessary over here. Another interesting part is the, let's say, resolution. Most of the time, Unity starts in free aspect. We don't want to use that. We want to avoid that 100%. So when you are going to work in the PC space, you probably want to start with 16:9 or 16:10. Native resolution of 1090 by like 1920 times 1080 is going to be 16:9 over here, so you probably want to start with that and later on check if the other resolutions are working as well. You also want to see the inspector window. Usually I have mine on the right side, so I can see all the components we are talking to and working with rather simple. Also, you might want to go and put your lighting tab, which you can open from window lighting, which is going to be inside rendering, light settings, you want to open this window at first by clicking on it and then drag it over next to the inspector. We're going to take a look into this because we do not auto-generate lighting. But when we set up our first things in the scene, you're going to see why I'm doing that or why this is a necessary step. If you have all that completed, like everything is literally set it up, so nothing else but the pure interface, I would say, you can reduce the projects over here because we need to have this later on also, in which like all the 3D models will be inside, all the scripts will be inside and so on. So we always want to see that at the same time as well. Once you are happy with the layout and you always see the console, you always see the scene view, the game view, as well as hierarchy and inspector window, then you can go over here to layout and you can say save layout. And whatever you save it to, this is going to be oversaved. So you just give it a name over here and then you press save and you can make use of the layout anytime. Let's assume you missed something or you have a false or wrong layout over here. You can always go, I have mine over here as well, which I can always go click on and it will automatically load the correct layout I want to make use of. Once again, if everything over here is going to be set up, we are good to go to start the actual tutorial over here.